Welcome back, Fear Minimalist. This is Ophelia Lark of thefearminimalist.com, providing trauma recovery tools to help women of color heal their mother wounds. So today we're going to explore what I consider a very important question to help you heal your mother wound, so keep watching. For the best trauma recovery tips, tools, and strategies, be sure to hit the subscribe button and click that notification bell so that you'll never miss a video when I upload new content every single week. If you're new to my channel, I am a survivor of mother wound trauma, a licensed professional counselor, certified clinical trauma professional, helping women of color heal their mother wound trauma and build resilience. So for many women of color in the US and around the world, many of our wounds, our mother wounds and mother traumas, are rooted in something that extends far beyond the workings of the patriarchy. You know, a lot of the mainstream people who talk about the mother wound, you typically hear the conversation centered around the patriarchy, what men have done historically to oppress women. And that is true also for women of color. But what is also true that often gets glossed over or even erased is the impact of historical racism, oppression, colonization, stereotypes, those things that play into how we were parented, particularly by our mothers, in hopes that we would somehow avoid the suffering of our ancestors. So many of our mothers resorted to things such as battering, violence, denial, withdrawal, emotional neglect. Those things that they deemed as essential to prepare us for the world that we were going to face. And some of our mothers even engaged in sadistic, hate-filled behavior that we can never forgive. And I know a lot of people ask me, you know, should I forgive my mother and this and that? And I say, it depends. You know, I'm not an advocate of just blind forgiveness. It depends. It really does depend, because I know that, you know, what comes into that question is a lot of what underlies that is a lot of spiritual, religious sort of connotations. And I can't tell you, based on your value system, what you believe, whether or not you should do that. But what I'm saying is that I don't just do it because you're my mother. It depends on what level of damage has been done, how much pain I've suffered, and just my overall take on whether or not you deserve that. So that, and everybody has to make that decision for themselves. So whether your mom was a narcissistic batterer or a smothering control freak, you sustained a wound that has lasted you a lifetime. And so here's the question you need to start asking yourself to begin breaking that emotional cycle that keeps you stuck in her narrative. Ready? Here's the question. Where did I learn to do this? In other words, where did I learn to hate myself? Where did I learn to talk down to myself, to doubt myself, to stuff my feelings inside and not talk about them, to shut up? Or I'll give you something to really cry about. Where did I learn that? Now, for some of you, you may have to go through and really think about it. But for most of us, we know that we learned it from our family, particularly our parents, more specifically, our mother. Because the mothers, especially if you grew up, 80s, 70s, 60s, but in that time frame, most of our moms were the ones providing most of the care. And so, and that's sort of kind of been the way that it has been throughout time. And so some of us can identify that. Now, we can't discount the influence of society. Society can, when we go to school, other people influence us. We got into the world where we're not around our parents all the time. But here's the thing. You didn't have to live with society on a daily basis. You live with people who were supposed to be able to trust to provide you safety and security. And on a very pronounced level, they did not do that. Now, unless someone else was able to step in and fill that role, a grandmother, an auntie, a coach, a mentor, somebody of that sort, unless they were able to step in and fill that role, you sustained a wound that includes a complex mix of psychological, emotional, relational, and spiritual pain that's hard to reconcile. It's hard to accept that this has been the reality, where human nature is that we are socially wired to bond, to interact with each other in a healthy manner. And so when that does not happen, it's hard to reconcile that. But here's what I want to help you do today. Help you start that reconciliation process so that you can start to create your own narratives about your life and live fully as yourself. Okay, so the first thing is that you can either pull up a Word document on your computer, or you can take out a blank sheet of paper. I want you to make 2 columns. So in the first column, I want you to put what she said. So these are going to be targeted at the narratives that your mom, these primarily negative narratives that she said, that she created around you, about your value, your personality, your worth, those kinds of things. And then in the second column, I want you to put what I said, or what I'm saying now because I'm the boss, however you want to phrase that. So what she said, what I'm saying. And these are going to be the new narratives that you've created for yourself, or that you're going to create for yourself, that will become more true to form as you start to live those out in your life. So there may be some that you've already confirmed, and you know that, no, this is actually the truth. She was a liar, or she lied about that, or she didn't tell the truth. Or you may be still in the process of creating those for yourself. But I want you to take some time and go through each one of those and see what her narratives were and what your narratives are. And if you have, in fact, changed most of those, or you've changed all of them, you've dismantled her problematic, or what you call lie narratives, or if you're still in the process of doing that. It doesn't matter where you are in the process. The goal is to get you to thinking about, where did I learn these things, and what are they? What are these narratives? And in subsequent videos, we're going to talk about how to start deconstructing those. So I hope you love the assignment, because it's going to change your life. It's really going to transform you. So now you know how to begin addressing the roots of your mother wound, and you now have a strategy to both identify the narratives that keep you stuck and to implement ones to give you the life and freedom you desire. Now, if you're looking for a more customized step-by-step process that's uniquely tailored to your experience, be sure to download my free coaching primer to help you jumpstart that healing process. You can get that resource by clicking the link below. Also, guys, if you'd like to connect for a deeper conversation on social media, be sure to connect with me on Facebook and Instagram, where we can carry on the conversation at a much deeper level, where you can actually talk to me sort of in real time. I would enjoy that feedback and that conversation. If you liked this video, hit the like button below, share with your friends, comment below to let me know what resonated with you today. What was your one takeaway that you are going to go implement, besides the homework that I gave you, of course, but what really resonated with you? Start a conversation in the comment section below. And last but not least, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you'll never miss a video when I upload new content every single week. And one last thing, remember that the sun is going to rise and shine bright tomorrow. The question is, are you going to rise with it and allow your best self to shine? I hope you do. I'll see you next week. Bye.